Right, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a fairly quick video, I think. I'm just out on my dog walk. It's currently Wednesday evening. It's only a few days away for Endure 24. And we are at that stage where we're in the papping it stage. So we've had a couple of weeks of difference when it comes to my injection. We've had a change. We've had a change of plan, actually. And it was an accidental change of plan that seems to be working out quite well. So really quickly, if you remember on my last update, which I think was 2 or 3 weeks ago now, I can't remember, but we talked about how I was going to titrate back down to my Manjaro to take the week off before we go to Leeds. So the week before Leeds was the plan to come off it entirely and have a good week where, you know, I haven't had any, so hopefully there's been a bit of a reduction in the food suppression and all that sort of stuff. That was the plan. Well, we kind of stuck to the plan in kind of. A week before I was meant to stop, I actually ended up stopping. And that's because I actually forgot to take my injection on the Monday morning. And then I went away with work for a few days. So if I normally forget it on a Monday morning, it's not a problem because I can take it on a Monday night. But I went away with work for a few days, so I couldn't take my injection. And then by the time I got home, which was like the Wednesday or the Thursday, I was like, well, I've basically missed half a week. There's not really a lot of point in me taking it now because come Monday, I was going to be stopping anyway. So basically what I'm saying is the last 2 doses that I was meant to have taken, I've not had. So I've been working it out with a bit of help from my friend ChatGPT, and we've done some calculations, and it's suggesting come race day on Saturday that 95% of the Manjaro medication that I use will be out of my system. So that means I'm basically going to go to Endure 24 with the Manjaro gone, right? 5% left is nothing, right? So that's really cool. I've been really worried about doing this because I've been really concerned about the food noise raging and all of that. And the truth is the food noise is back. However, the discipline's still there. So I'm able to eat what I want, when I want. It feels like I could eat as much as I want, but I'm also able to tell my body to stop. That has been a real relief, actually. I've been really worried that what happens if I'm just going to restart. Now, I did say in my last video that I'm not really going to look too much about what the scales say over the next couple of weeks. And the truth is I haven't actually been on the scales because even though I said I wasn't worried about what the scales say, I think actually if I see it, then it might worry me, it might bother me, and it might, I don't know, I might make a silly decision. So I've just purposely not been on the scales. Do I think I've put a bit of weight on? Possibly, but maybe not. I don't feel like I've been eating too much or anything like that. I've just been away this week with work. I got back late last night. I got back at 2 o'clock this morning. Driving back from Manchester, and the bloody M1 was closed in 2 different places with roadworks, with big diversions, which added loads of time onto my journey. And I ended up getting home at 2:15 this morning. But anyway, that's by the by. While I was away this last couple of days, there was a little bit of limited choice in food, shall we say. I was at an exhibition, and sometimes at exhibitions, you're on limited time that you have available to you to go and get food. So you kind of have to take what's there and just deal with it. It's just a couple of days, it doesn't matter. So that's what I did. But I don't think it's really had much effect. But I am feeling full of energy right now. Obviously I've got no side effects because there's basically no Manjaro left in me. So I've got no side effects at all. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling energized. I'm definitely feeling stronger. And yeah, my calf injury that's been niggling at me for X number of weeks since before Manchester Marathon, you believe that? It's hung around for quite a while. Well, that's gone. It's entirely gone now. It was hanging around a couple of weeks ago with just the tiniest of niggles, but honestly, I can't even feel it at all now. I feel like, I don't want to jinx it. I need to touch wood or something. There we go. I feel like I'm going to Endure. I feel like I'm going to Leeds this weekend with absolutely, I was going to say no excuse, but actually that's a lie. I do have one excuse. It's going to be a hot one. But I've got physically and mentally, I'm well prepared. I'm ready to go. I am really excited and I can't wait to get there. I'll just talk about the weather briefly. It is looking likely to be a hot weekend, but we've been a bit fortunate in the UK the last few weeks where we've had a lot of hot weather. So what I'm hoping that means there's been a bit of adaptation in my body, and I'm now maybe used to that a little bit more than I was, say, at Manchester, for example, where suddenly we had a really hot day. We've had quite a few really hot days the last couple of weeks, and I'm hoping that means my body will have adapted somewhat and got used to that heat. So we're not going to overly think about that. Now, I have been doing a lot of thinking the last couple of weeks. I've been really trying to get myself mentally prepared, and I think I am. I think I've just put a video out that talks all about this, but I really do have a lot of visions of what this weekend's going to look like and how I'm going to approach it. But yeah, so I'm really ready to go is what I'm basically saying. I think the Manjaro thing, I think the fact that I came off the weight loss injections a week earlier than I was expecting to has actually done me a favour. And do you know what, even if I would have fallen apart and just say I was suddenly eating every day and I put on a stone over 2 weeks, let's just say that happened, I actually wouldn't be too bothered about it, because I'm genuinely going to endure feeling better than I would have ever expected. I really am. I'm feeling really good, really hyped for it. I can't wait to meet up with Scott, with Jamie, should never have mentioned a single name because I'm going to forget loads of names. But we're going to have a lot of good fun this weekend. We're all at different levels. We're all got different targets. So we're all going to be going there. I'm hoping that most of us, if not all of us, get to run at least a lap together. And then we're all going to be doing our own thing, no doubt. Some of us will stay together, some of us won't. But there's enough of us now that we should, on each lap, at least get to see somebody, which will be bloody awesome. Yeah, me and Scott, we're hoping that on the Friday, we're going to be able to record a podcast. So we're going to get camp set up basically as early as we can on Friday, and then go and get a podcast recorded. And you never know, there's always a chance that we could get that out and online by Friday night. But the phone signal's not great at Bramham Park in Leeds, so we might not have the bandwidth really to get that up in time. But I'll give it a go and see if it plays ball. It depends on the file size as well. But hopefully we can get that up. And if nothing else, it would give us all something to listen to as we're running around for an hour or whatever it takes. So yeah, that's kind of my little pre-Endure 24 update. The Manjaro is going to be 95% out of my system by the time that we start the run, which means I can really get fueled up, really get going and eat every lap. That's been my biggest fear as well, right? Is can I eat every lap? And I think I'm going to be able to. I think all the excuses I could think of, apart from the weather, well, they've all gone. All those excuses are gone. We're feeling good, we're feeling strong, we're feeling energized. And I'm feeling really excited. Right, so thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for sticking with me. And if you are at Endure 24, make sure you come and say hello to all of us. And let's go and share that journey together. We've just got to keep going. Left, right, left. Putting one front of the front of the other. We've just got to keep eating, keep drinking, and keep moving. And we'll get through it. Keep it positive. And I'll speak to you soon.